Hello, everybody. A little bit of emergency energy report of what is going on, specifically in the past 2, 3 days. Mentioned that we are going to fight our old self with the new self, and there's going to be some intense energies over the weekend. And I spoke with few people, even to a personal experience. It is the inner fight where the two selves of you collide. This is the collision into a 3D, and it's collision between the old self of you, the 3 dimensions, and now you're living into the 3 dimensions with the 5D understanding. The collision, it's very intense, specifically with the people who evolved and they're coming down. This is like the Jacob's ladder. The angels go up to the stairs, they go up to heaven, and from heaven they come down. We're talking about this process, which is this very cardinal process. It's not just process that could you just do it. It requires a lot of power to create. Astrology-wise, though, as you look at the chart here, can even bring the camera a little bit up, so you'll be able to see it more clearly. Let's just adjust the TV a little bit. All right, as you see it here in the chart, we have the moon that was in Cancer, which was going through the emotions. And these emotions, they are very, very powerful. Cancer, as you know it, is the cardinal sign responsible for the feeling of family, cares about others. This is the house of the empaths, which that's what you begin into. Usually people who have a lot of cancer or they have something into cancer specifically, those are the people who comes to care for the other people. They have this inner needs to help people. That's their nature. People who are cancer or there with ascendant or rising sign, depends of what term you know. That's what it is. If you cancer, it's your ascendant and you have the 12th house. This is mean that you came here as a to take care of a spiritual community, because your 12th house, the part is right there. Your 12th house finishing there. This is gonna be your end. That's why within the astrology, when the astrologer sees a rising sign, Cancer, and the 12th house is in Cancer, if there is a planet there, you will see it very important situation. It also applies for people who have Scorpio or they have Pisces. With Scorpio, that's the warriors, and if they have the 12th house in Scorpio, so that it's the spiritual warrior that goes inside of the darkness and he wants to shine the light, since they know what it is to be in the dark. Within the Pisces, they understand what is that happy fish that it swims on top of the water, but they also understand that deep down the monster that it's living down there, the shark that can become. And the Pisces, because they are very emotional and also they have a lot of duality in them, that's what this is. To remind you that what's going on right now is that we are having a 4 cardinal positions here, and those cardinal positions creates the situations of you to fight the old way. You can catch yourself acting in the old way as used to be on the 3D, but this information's right here, and specifically this between Venus, Uranus, and Mercury, who's going to begin a retrograde. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. It's going to create this energy of inner fights. I will make a video about the inner fights later on, but for right now is if you're catching yourself thinking the old way, or something comes in inside of you, creates the shadows of the doubt, something that pushes you in fears. This is about to test you. It's about your test. And that test will comes in to see if you learn. It's the same thing like when you go to school, you study a certain material. And then when the test comes in, you have to show up. What did you learn? So now it's coming up the test is what did you learn into the 5D? What did you learn about everything? And now it's the time you to create the actions and shows of an actions from a 5D into the 3D. But as you see the last video that I made, that's gonna be the inner fight that you are gonna go through it. One important thing it is go ahead and mess it up. The reason I'm telling you is to mess it up. Act in the old way, because the old way, it's gonna bring you, it's like, what did you do this for? You're not who you are. And you're gonna create this guilty conscious feeling inside of you. And you're gonna create another action, which is you want to go ahead and excuse yourself or feel sorry about it or feel guilty about it. Something, because that something is actually is gonna go ahead and turn on the switch of change. And that switch of change, it's gonna come up. This is why those so intense energies there are right now, especially today and tomorrow, you are going to experience this. So that's why I make this emergency report. So look at inside of yourself and make a self-realizations about yourself. During this weekend, take time to have like 1 hour, sit down with yourself and do a self-realizations. And you will see how the 5D comes in, you will realize the thing, and you are going to begin to on your journey to create the actions of the 5D. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that helped you out. We'll love your comment and be loved.